Welcome to CandleLight Audiobooks. Chapter 61. Luna ran in a smoking trail to the restroom behind her. Entering a cubicle, she opened that big, black satchel and pulled out some tools, then started to apply her makeup. When Luna emerged from the restroom, she was already an old granny with a head full of gray hair. Her phone beeped. Luna took it out to take a look. As she had expected, it was from Adam. Evil Fairy King, Luna. I give you 5 minutes to show up in front of me, or I will instantly expose our relationship to the public. Luna checked her makeup one last time, and hurriedly ran to where the crowd was the thickest. Luna looked helpless and anxious. Cough cough, let me through, cough cough, kind-hearted young girls, can you allow this old granny to look at Adam? Ah. Guys, don't push. There's an old granny here. Granny, why do you want to see our Adam? Are you his fan, too? Holy moly. Our Adam really gets them all, the young and the old. He even has a granny fan. Guys, let the granny through. How old are you, granny? Luna bent and thumped her back, thanking them repeatedly. Young girls, thank you, I thank all of you. I'm 80 years old, and I especially like this young man, because he looks so much like my own grandson. My grandson is working in a really far-off place, and I only see him a few times a year. Saying this, she started to wipe her tears. Adam. There's a granny fan of yours here. Come and see her. Yes, please see her. Poor granny. With warm help from all the fans, Luna quickly and smoothly squeezed her way inside. In the center of the crowd, Adam ran fingers through his wild blonde hair, and took off his sunglasses. A faint trace of suspicion flashed across his handsome face. Granny fan? Yes. She's already 80 years old. She came especially to see you at the airport in such hot weather. She said she really likes you because you look like her grandson, who's working overseas. Once the fans stopped speaking, Adam followed the path that the crowd had made for him, and saw an old granny with a wrinkled face, wearing dusty, rough clothes, and leaning on a walking stick. Adam's expression instantly became twisted. Phew. He had enough sense left to swallow the rest of that F-word, and stared hard at that granny with an expression of wanting to strangle her. Of course, all this happened within a short second, and the fans didn't notice anything unusual. Grandson, my good grandson, Granny missed you so much. Luna flew at Adam like an arrow, messing up his blonde hair with her hands and crying so broken-heartedly. The young girls around them all started weeping when they saw this heartwarming scene, and there was a wave of shutter clicks from the media cameras. Luna. Just you wait till tonight. Adam gritted his teeth and said angrily in a low voice next to her ear. Grandson. Why do you look so skinny? Granny's heart aches. Luna was fully into her character, and Adam's hair, which he valued the most, had already turned into a chicken nest. Seeing that Adam was about to explode, his manager Sheldon Gregg hurried over to save the situation. Cough, make way, this granny's very emotional, and her body is quite weak, we'll help send her home. Adam maintained his gentle, caring expression, but he secretly pinched a certain someone's hand hard as they swiftly left the airport. Chapter 62. Inside the black RV. Good grandson, you know where Granny lives? Luna, try calling me grandson one more time. Son. I just did, so what? I'm going to kill you. Do it. I thought you'd never do it. You damn woman, you actually hit me for real. The back of the car rocked with banging sounds. Sheldon, who was driving, was lost for words. Adam, I already told you, you can't outwit her, but you didn't believe me, and now? Tomorrow's headline is not going to be about getting picked up by beautiful ladies at the airport, but by an old granny. His arm pinned behind his back by Luna, Adam said angrily, shut up. Sheldon watched the progress of the battle in the rearview mirror. Though there were black lines all over his head, the corner of his mouth twitched. Luna, can you be a little gentler with him? I'm begging you. He still has a film, a commercial, and a magazine cover to shoot this month. Got it, Brother Sheldon, I won't hit his face, be still. The handsome confidence and high spirits that Adam had had at the airport were long gone. Now he was pressed into the back seat with his hands handcuffed, looking remarkably like he had just been ravaged. Luna, you forced me to do this. Luna was happily hitting him, when Adam suddenly caught her off guard by locking his handcuffed hands behind her neck, then pulling her down. Seeing his face suddenly so close, Luna backed away subconsciously, and put on a careless smile. What, you can't beat me in a fight, so you're using a beauty trap now? Just before their lips met, Adam suddenly turned his head. Erg. Ha ha ha. Luna laughed so hard that she had gripped her stomach and rolled around. Come, come. Dearest, kiss me here. Isn't Granny's makeup pretty today? Looking at the wrinkles and pockmarks on Luna's face, Adam lay there like a dead fish and didn't have any will to live. Luna finally finished laughing, and she gasped for breath as she sat up. What, are you really angry? Who asked you to set me up first? Am I not allowed to take revenge? Asshole, we haven't seen each other for so long, didn't you miss me even a little bit? The first thing you actually did was to beat me up. Adam stared at her angrily, but there was a trace of hurt in his eyes. Luna laughed. Of course I missed you. I told you at the airport, Granny missed you a lot. In order not to die from anger, Adam finally stopped trying to communicate with her, and raised his handcuffed hands as he said furiously, hurry up and get these off. Where the hell did you get these handcuffs? They're forbidden here. Luna touched her chin. I got them from a sex shop on Taobao. 20% off, it was only $9.90. Adam. Sheldon. Worried they would start fighting again, Sheldon hurriedly switched the topic. I've gotten rid of the reporters and fans, where to next? Adam took out a small mirror and started fixing his hair. He didn't even raise his head as he answered, to my villa in the outskirts. Luna instantly lifted herself up. Then drop me off on the roadside, I'll take a cab back myself. Heh, you think you can run away tonight? Let's see where you can run. Adam gritted his teeth with an evil expression, and locked the car doors. Luna's head was covered in black lines. She knew this would happen. On their way, the further they traveled, the more Luna felt something was not right. Why was this direction so familiar? Tycoon Adam, you have property in B City? Might it be at the Platinum Palace, by any chance? Luna tested by asking. Adam humphed. It is, so what? It's too late for you to hug my thigh now. Unless you call me Grandpa. At this moment, Luna was feeling a little despondent. What was this coincidence, that Adam's villa was at Platinum Palace too? For some reason, the do-do-do sound of an alarm started to play in her head, giving her a bad feeling that something terrible was going to happen. Chapter 63. The car drove through the main gate, and Luna asked casually, Adam, what number is your villa? Number 6. Luna's expression was slightly stunned, it was actually number 6. Villas at the Platinum Palace were divided into different classes. The best was undoubtedly Big Demon King Goldberg's number 8 castle. It covered the most territory, with a big lake and flower garden behind it, and a personal golf course. The next was Cleo's number 7 villa. Number 6 was of the same standard as number 7. Nobody knew who the owner of villa number 6 was. She hadn't expected that it would actually be Adam, this guy. Seeing Sheldon about to go right, Luna instinctively reminded him, Sheldon, don't go this way, it's blocked. How do you know it's blocked? Adam asked instantly. Luna's heart thumped, but on the surface, she calmly gave him a haughty look. Didn't you see the warning sign on the side? Actually, some drunk rich heir had had an accident on that road. She had seen it with her own eyes when she passed through there yesterday. Adam saw the construction ahead sign by the side of the road, and said, oh. Luna secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Even though she had a proper reason to stay at Theo's, it was still too troublesome and too complicated to explain, she might as well save herself the trouble. When they arrived, Luna was feeling bitter, how she wanted to sneak home directly and hug little treasure. Sheldon got out of the car and said to Adam, "You can move in directly since someone has been keeping it clean while you were gone. Do you want to stay here or at the apartment that the company arranged for you? If you stay here, it might be a little inconvenient for you to get around." Nearby, Luna was thinking privately, "Don't stay here. What if one day they ran into each other? I'll see, let's decide later." Adam waved his hand impatiently, and looked at Sheldon as if urging him to get on with it. Sheldon sighed as he looked at both of them, and gave a worried reminder, "Don't stay up too late, the both of you. Adam, don't forget tomorrow, you have." Got it, got it." Adam didn't pay much attention to him, and dragged Luna inside the house, like a bandit vanishing in a wisp of smoke. Sheldon. He already knew the two of them wouldn't be able to get up early the next morning. After entering, Adam pulled his fingers one by one, with the face of someone preparing for battle. "Don't listen to Sheldon, Luna, you have to fight 300 rounds with me tonight. See if I don't torture you to death." Luna looked at him disdainfully. "Hee, as you wish. You've already suffered defeat at my hands, you still dare say such big words. I'll make you beg to call me Granny." "You wish. You are the one who's going to call me Grandpa." Adam buried his head in his huge travel case as he searched it. "I brought back the latest equipment from overseas, no need to thank me." Saying this, he looked at her in pain. "Can you go and freaking wash your makeup off, it's killing my eyes. You want to use this to lower my fighting strength? Shameless. I'm telling you now, if I lose, I won't admit it. Lower my butt, I'm the one who had to lower myself. You think I enjoy being like this?" Luna took the heavy wig off with a harsh pull and unbuttoned her collar. This was a lose-lose situation for both her and him equally. Adam turned on the megascreen TV in the living room, and started to hook up the cables. "I have clothes in my room, go and look for something to wear yourself. Hurry, hurry. My battle soul can't endure the thirst and hunger anymore." Luna looked speechlessly at his excited appearance. Other people would look for a hot girl to hook up with after returning from abroad, but this guy had dragged her here by all means necessary to play games with him, and even wanted to play through the night. What a maniac. Chapter 64. Adam expertly set up all the game equipment, grabbed a few bags of jelly, chips and dried fish from who knows where, and took out a bottle of good wine from the wine cellar while he hummed a happy tune. Everything was ready, and he sat on the floor with his legs crossed and rubbed his hands together. Just as he was about to familiarize himself with the game, the doorbell outside suddenly rang. Adam's face immediately turned black. He didn't answer the door, and instead, directly called Sheldon and said bad-temperedly, "Stop ringing. I've already promised I'll be on time tomorrow morning, isn't that enough? Every day bossing me around like I'm a pet, not even letting me play some games. You don't believe that I won't be able to take it anymore and quit?" Ring what?" On the other end of the call, Sheldon was utterly baffled. Adam choked and paused. "You're not outside ringing my doorbell? I'm pretty far away from your place now, and I'm driving." Sheldon was innocent. "Then who can it be? Not many people know I live here," Adam murmured suspiciously. "Don't tell me your address was leaked? Be careful, don't open the door, what if it's the media? Luna's still there." Sheldon immediately turned vigilant. Adam humphed, not caring in the slightest, "So what if it's the media? So what if they see her here?" Sheldon said helplessly, "Adam, I'm not lecturing you, but even if you want to help her, she needs to accept your help first. It's already clear that Luna doesn't want to get on your pirate ship." Adam immediately exploded. "What pirate ship? Who are you calling a pirate ship?" The doorbell was still ringing, at 5-second intervals in a very regular pattern. "I won't talk to you anymore, I'm going to go open the door." "It's so late, who on earth could it be?" Adam hung up and walked impatiently to the drawing room. Adam deliberately checked the electronic monitor first to see who was outside, and was stunned, like he had seen a real ghost. Fuck. Theo. Why is he here? The man at the door was wearing gray home clothes and a pair of slippers, and was carrying a few things in his hands. Even though he was dressed extremely casually, for some reason, Adam felt as if a gust of wind off a glacier was blowing down his neck, so cold it made him shiver. Like a rabbit that had just seen a wolf, Adam paced frantically in circles. After the doorbell rang twice more, he took a deep breath, and opened the door. The moment he opened the door, his attitude from before suddenly turned cautiously respectful. Why are you here?" "To visit you," the man answered emotionlessly. "Oh, come in please." "Come in," Adam busily welcomed him in. Theo glanced at the game controllers on the floor, and also the snacks and wine, then sat down on the sofa. Noticing what Theo was looking at, Adam coughed and explained, "Work is tiring, I seldom have time to relax." This was of no concern to Theo. He asked casually, "When did you arrive?" "Not that long ago." Adam searched for a while and finally found a pouch of tea leaves, but there was no hot water, so he could only take out a bottle of mineral water from the fridge. "I haven't boiled any water here, is this okay?" "No need to fuss, I won't stay long." Theo pointed at the FEW boxes he had brought. "These are from your mother. She could have sent someone to bring these here, why is she troubling you to personally come here yourself at night?" In his heart, Adam reproached his mother 100 times over. Why would she, without any rhyme or reason, ask him to bring things over? Didn't she know he was terrified of this person the most? Fine, it was obvious, it was because his mother definitely knew that she had sent Theo to check up on him. A pirate ship is a figure of speech that refers to a venture of dubious merit. Chapter 65. How long will you be staying? Theo's tone was like that of both an elder and a boss. Adam sat straight, and answered like a good student. "If all goes well, I'll stay back in the country this time. Even though a lot of people in the industry are pushing overseas this year, our local film industry has been growing quickly these past few years, plus, the market is extremely big. Going abroad to learn is necessary, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I think I still need to come back to my roots and principles here in the country." Unexpectedly, Theo nodded at his words in agreement. Adam relaxed a bit, then asked concernedly, "How's little treasure?" "Theo, not bad." "Ah, right, I brought him toys and some small gifts for you. I was going to visit you tomorrow, I didn't expect you would come see me first." Adam went to grab the gifts from the suitcase. "Theo, thanks." And then it was followed by silence. Hence, in that moment, the sound of running water in the bathroom could be clearly heard. Feeling a bit awkward, Adam scratched his head. Theo seemed to understand the situation, and stood up with a few more words. "I'm leaving, if you have time, go home and see your mother." Sure, I'll walk you out." Feeling like he had been given a reprieve, Adam was about to walk Theo out, when suddenly there was a furious voice behind them. "Adam, what kind of sheety clothes are these? How can I wear something with such a big hole in the back?" Theo, who had been about to leave, froze like he had been pierced by acupuncture needles when he heard the voice. A second later, he slowly turned around, and shot a sharp and icy look in the direction of the voice. The girl was barefoot, her hair damp and her cheeks flushed from the hot shower. She stood outside the bathroom door, exasperated. There was a big hole near the waist on the right side of the large men's t-shirt she was wearing, which exposed her white, smooth skin. Not paying attention to Theo's expression, Adam just felt like dying. The man had been about to leave, why couldn't that damn girl have waited a little bit longer to come out? "I forgot to throw it away after I tore it when I fell from my bicycle." "There were so many to choose from, why did you pick the one that was ripped?" Adam felt like he was at his wit's end with Luna. He then turned in embarrassment to face Theo and make introductions. "This is my friend, Luna." After saying that, Adam suddenly noticed the weird look on Luna's face. She stood still as a statue as she stared at Theo. This damn girl, even if Theo was pretty good looking, she didn't have to stare at him like that. Adam was very unhappy seeing Luna act like this, and he said stiffly, "Luna, this is my uncle, CEO of Goldberg Corporation, Theo. Why are you standing there like a rock? Say hi. In that moment, her hair dripping water and her hand clutching the sides of the hole in the t-shirt together, Luna finally found her voice. With a mystified expression, she dropped the syllables blankly. CLE. While Luna said the word like a question, to Theo, it sounded like an affirmative tone, as if she was calling him uncle. Instantly, Theo's face looked like that of a big demon king who had just doused all 18 levels of hell in blood. His whole body emitted a cold and frightening air, scaring the two of them so much they shivered. Who knew how long that strange atmosphere lasted for, before Theo's icy gaze landed on Luna. The person you said you were going to pick up, it was Adam? Standing next to him, Adam was shocked at his words. Luna, you know my uncle? Chapter 66. This situation was quickly driving Luna insane. She said to Adam in a low voice, I should be asking you that. How do you know Theo? Adam, I told you, he's my uncle. Luna, then why didn't you tell me earlier? Adam, you never asked. Luna. How do you and my uncle know each other? Adam looked between the two of them. The more he looked, the more he felt that something wasn't right, but he couldn't tell exactly what it was. It's a long story. Exhausted, Luna touched her forehead. These 4 words were to both Adam and Theo. Adam looked like he was dying to ask questions, but didn't dare open his mouth in Theo's presence. She smelt nice after having just showered. The large, baggy t-shirt showed off her slender, white legs, and one hand was still trying to cover the hole in the shirt. It was a view that made the blood boil, and knowing that she looked like this in another man's house made Theo want to suddenly destroy something. While he raged a few times over in his heart, it happened in the space of a few seconds which almost went unnoticed. On the outside, Theo just had a slightly cold expression, and he glared at Luna. Are you planning to stay here, or go back with me? The words were said flatly, but carried unimaginable weight. Adam caught the underlying meaning, and he looked at Luna in shock and disbelief. What was the meaning of this? They didn't just know each other, they were also living together? Luna looked at the icy cold Theo, then looked at the furious Adam. She swallowed with difficulty. I'll go back after all. The cold air Theo was emitting thawed slightly. Adam lost his temper and immediately grabbed Luna's wrist, his beautiful, light blue eyes filled with both nervousness and the rage of betrayal. You promised to keep me company tonight. As soon as he said the words, Luna wanted to send him flying with one punch. Young man, don't make things sound so misleading. She lifted her head and looked at Theo. As expected, he looked like he was quickly reaching his limit, as if there was only one metal bar left before the beast came bursting out. Luna took back her hand and held onto her temper as she persuaded, Adam, I need to film tomorrow. Didn't Brother Sheldon say you also have something on in the morning? Let's wait for a day when we're both free, then I'll play PC games with you another time, alright? Luna emphasized, play PC games, on purpose. After she finished speaking, she quickly grabbed her big, black bag, and without changing into something else, she ran for her life from this troublesome place, hands still covering the hole in the shirt. Theo looked intensely at Adam before catching up to Luna. Seeing the backs of the two as they left together, as well as Theo's provoking look as they left, flames burned in Adam's eyes. Damn it. No wonder that woman knew that road was blocked. Luna, how much are you hiding from me? At that moment, Luna was trembling as she ran back. When the weight in her hand was suddenly removed, Theo was helping her carry her bag. Then she felt something settle on her shoulders. Theo had put his coat on her. Thank you. Luna thanked him in embarrassment. Theo's face remained cold, and he didn't react at all. Any reaction would have been good, as long as there was one, she would know how to respond. This lack of reaction made people the most nervous. Chapter 67. Goldberg Residence. After returning to her room and changing into her pajamas, Luna ran with lightning speed to look for Little Bun. Little treasure, Auntie's a little afraid of the dark tonight, can I sleep with you? Little Bun was of course very happy, and gladly gave up a huge space on his bed to her. Thank you darling, good night darling. Auntie's lucky charm, I'm trusting you to keep me safe tonight. Everything that had happened today had been too exciting. Her heart was still beating fast. She could sense that after today, the hazy barrier between herself and Theo was already so fragile that it would break with a single touch. If it broke, she really wouldn't know how to deal with the situation. Luckily, little Bun in her arms was a great sleeping aid. She huffed for around half an hour before gradually falling asleep. Luna had little Bun to help her sleep peacefully, but one particular person couldn't sleep. In the middle of the night, the study was full of smoke so thick they were like clouds. No wonder Alex couldn't find out who the two people that sent presents to Luna that day on set were, even after investigating for so many days. It turned out one of them was a hidden traitor. Evil Fairy King. Only now did he recall, they had a family group chat, and this kid Adam used this weird nickname in the group. It was just that he hadn't made the association before. As for the man with the initials YS, he still didn't have the slightest clue. In the dark, he stubbed out his cigarette, stood up, and walked out. He gently pushed the door of the guest room open, but there was no one inside. Theo lifted one eyebrow, and turned to go to the next room. As expected, Luna was sound asleep, holding little treasure. Smart girl. But did she really think things were fine like this? Theo walked towards the small bed and gently removed little treasure's little hand where it was clutching Luna's clothes. Using a plush doll as a replacement, he then picked Luna up and left. Little treasure knitted his little eyebrows together as he dreamt, reached out little hands as if searching for something, then hugged the doll to him. After tricking his own son, Theo took Luna to the master bedroom. He gently laid her on the bed, then sat on the edge. With a slightly rough hand, he gently stroked the girl's hair, her eyes, her cheeks. He was like a wild beast about to eat. He was patient as he savored this moment before feeding. Finally, he sighed and covered those soft lips with his own, pushing deeper and twining their tongues together. She tasted as sweet as he had imagined. Then he moved to her cheeks, her ears, and slipped down to her neck, before he stopped at her collarbone. In the past 32 years, he had never been in love, and didn't think love was anything meaningful. For him, love was probably the most useless thing. Was there anything wrong with living without lust or love? He never thought that one day, love would so utterly engulf him, and that this girl 8 years younger than him would turn him into someone completely unfamiliar. For him, life was no longer about cold plans and data, but was soft, hopeful, warm, sweet, complete. But at the same time, it was accompanied by a quick temper, violence, impulsiveness, desire. Thinking of seeing her at Adam's place earlier, the violence in his heart leapt out of its shackles, and he unconsciously used more strength. In the next second, the taste of blood bloomed between their entwined mouths. The girl under him creased her eyebrows, and Theo froze. He watched as she licked her lips for a bit before falling back to sleep. She was completely heartless. Theo gently touched her lush, red lips with one finger, flaming desire in his eyes. Impulsively, he wanted to ignore the consequences and just kiss her awake. Chapter 68. Luna slept all the way to the next morning, and woke up naturally. She slept so well last night, but something didn't feel right. Why did a part of her tongue feel sore? Did she bite her own tongue in her sleep when she was dreaming? To bite herself was really too vicious. Everything was as usual at breakfast. It seemed that Theo was going to work today. He looked refined in a business suit as he sat drinking coffee and reading a newspaper. He had on his typical cool and aloof expression, as if nothing had happened at all last night. Luna breathed a sigh of relief. Maybe she was being too sensitive. Theo might have some vague feelings for her, but surely not to the point of jealousy. Let alone being jealous of his own nephew. Theo's expression looked normal, but Little Bun looked a little strange. Little Bun had been sullen the whole morning, as if he had been robbed of something. Luna gave him a soup dumpling and asked concernedly, "Darling, what's wrong? You're not happy?" Little Bun looked at his nonchalant dad, his expression becoming angrier, but remembering that Auntie Luna liked his smile the most, he tried hard to smile to show that he was fine. "I'm very angry, but I must keep smiling." Only then did Luna relax, and quickly finished her breakfast. Then I'm leaving first. Enjoy your breakfast. The second male lead would be coming today, so it was better for her to arrive at the set a little earlier. Just as she was about to take her bag and leave, Little Bun suddenly went to her side, his small hands plucking at her clothes. Luna was confused. What is it? Knowing she didn't understand, Little Bun looked aggrieved and like he was about to cry, as if he had fallen out of her favor. Luna scratched her head and thought a long time, but still didn't understand what she might have done wrong. At last, she could only look to Theo for help. Theo glanced at her, and simply reminded her, "You forgot to give him a goodbye kiss." "Oh, sorry." Luna slapped her forehead as she finally remembered. She didn't know when it started, but they had a little routine where she would kiss his face every day before leaving, and Little Bun liked it very much. Today, she was in so much of a hurry that she had forgotten. Luna didn't leave until after she had hugged and kissed him. Little Treasure waved goodbye to Auntie Luna. Then he turned to face his father, his face showing extreme anger, as if saying, "Don't think that I'll forgive you just because you helped me just now." Theo didn't seem to notice his son's furious glare, and sipped his coffee composedly. "Sorry, I don't understand your expression. If you have something you want to tell me, open your mouth or write it down." Little Treasure immediately got even angrier after hearing that. Even with Luna's help, currently he could only sometimes write down words and draw expressions or symbols, never writing sentences which were too long, to say nothing of speaking. In the end, he furiously wrote one word on the tablet: thief. Theo glanced at the word, and pretended to be puzzled. "What? Our house got broken into?" Little Treasure crossly puffed up his cheeks, lowered his head, and with a swish, wrote several words in Chinese. "You stole Auntie Luna last night." Seeing the string of words in a grammatically complete sentence, Theo was finally satisfied. He lowered the newspaper to look at this son, and asked meaningfully, "Don't you want Auntie Luna to be my wife?" "Mine." Little Treasure wrote on the tablet. Theo raised his eyebrow. "I regret to tell you that the both of you don't match. You're 19 years younger than her. Would you make a girl wait so many years for you to grow up?" Little Treasure buried himself in drawing a rotten egg. Seeing that realistic-looking rotten egg, a light smile appeared on Theo's face. "But I'm speaking the truth, aren't I?" After saying that, he paused, then continued in a very beguiling tone. "But it'll be different if she were my wife, because she would be your mother." "Mother." Hearing this, Little Bun was stunned. He lowered his head silently, his face showing some struggle and hesitation. Chapter 69. The production crew today was the same as usual, and didn't act differently just because the second male lead would be joining them today. The main male lead Ethan was surrounded by girls whose faces were worshipful as they listened to him talk about his glorious history in the entertainment industry. Mia and Emma's relationship had recently been getting better, and they were cheerfully talking about the diamond bracelet her dad had bought her. It was only Luna who was on tenterhooks. After all, she had a lot of scenes with the second male lead, and the quality of his acting would have a huge impact on her. Mia played with the sparkling diamond bracelet around her wrist, a scornful look on her face. "Sister Emma, look at how she's waiting so eagerly. She actually believed the director's words. Does she think that if she waits like that, a Panon will appear?" Emma said helplessly, "You don't always pick on Luna. She has the most scenes with the second male lead. It's natural that she would be more concerned than we are." "Hee, yes, so many kissing in bed scenes. Luckily I didn't take the role from the start, otherwise who knows how much I would be taken advantage of." Mia rejoiced. She then looked admiringly at Emma. "Sister Emma, you are still the luckiest. Your boyfriend is so handsome, your partner is also so handsome." At that moment, Director David's excited voice could be heard at the studio entrance. Come, everybody come here. Our second male lead, who is the actor for the miracle Dr. Eden Miller, is here. Come and greet him." There was hardly any response from the crew. Ethan didn't look like he wanted to stand up at all. The girls were still gathered around him, scrambling to have him read their palms. Mia made a dismissive sound and didn't even bother to look outside. Emma touched up her makeup before getting up and saying persuasively, we should greet him, we are all colleagues, after all. Reluctantly, Mia followed her out. Luna had naturally flown over at the very beginning and was craning her head to take a look. In the next second, her whole body felt like she had been struck by the ninth heaven god of lightning. The guy beside the director was. That eye-catching golden hair, she couldn't deceive herself that her eyes were mistaken, even if she wanted to. Why would the second male lead be that guy? This is not real. At the entrance, the production assistant Alan suddenly screamed as if he was being murdered. Ah. Mia furrowed her brow. Are you crazy? What are you shouting about? As soon as she spoke, out of the corner of her eye, she saw the man behind the director at the entrance. Ah. She couldn't help screaming either. What's wrong? Emma asked. Adam. Sister Emma. It's actually Adam. Mia excitedly pinched Emma's arm. What? Emma followed her gaze. The director was walking ahead with a cheerful and hospitable attitude. Following next to him was a blond man in trendy shorts and a t-shirt. Hands in his pockets, his face showed his special brand of yuppie arrogance, and when he smiled, he showed his very cute canines. Adam, the second male lead, was actually Adam. Even Emma was astonished at this outcome. The girls who had been around Ethan earlier now rushed the entrance like hungry wolves. Wow. Adam. Is it really Adam? Am I going blind? Quick, somebody pinch me. My God. He really is sex on legs. He's crazy handsome. So handsome my legs are weak. I heard he even has granny fans. Even 80-year-old grandmothers can't escape. No one stop me, it's so hard to meet the real person, I must sleep with him. A life where I can't sleep with Adam isn't any different from the life of a salted fish. Chapter 70. Who was the hottest young hunk in the entertainment industry at the moment? No matter who you ask, everyone will give you this name, Adam. Mia still couldn't accept the fact until now, and she paced back and forth irritably. Is this a mistake? Shouldn't Adam be filming overseas? Even if he's come home, how could he act as a minor second male lead? Emma said thoughtfully, everyone says that Adam doesn't play any other role apart from the male lead. Also, the main investor for this movie is Starlight. Why would he, a glory world artiste, act in it? Mia, who had just been thinking how lucky she was that she wouldn't be taken advantage of, was about to go crazy. Damn it. Why is it like this? How did Luna get so lucky? Adam should be mine, he's mine. It's because she shamelessly stole my role. Everyone around her looked at her with sympathy, and weren't surprised by her frenzy. Because everyone in the entertainment industry knew that Mia liked Adam, she had publicly expressed her affection for him before on Weibo. Even though Adam paid no attention to her, she still frequently forwarded information related to Adam on Weibo like a fan. It took David a great deal of effort to finally calm the crazy girls down. He couldn't help teasing, Adam, look how you've captured our girls' hearts. A handsome boy is really treated so well. Adam went along with the director's teasing and joked, Director, didn't you hear it just now? They only want to sleep with me, so you must protect me. Ha ha ha, relax, your partner is the goddess of war Ella Smith, she can protect you. That's right, where's Luna? She kept hounding me before about who her co-star would be. Why hasn't she appeared yet? David looked around. Adam gave a strange half-laugh. Don't tell me I scared her away. That really is possible, almost all the girls are your fans, and Luna might be one of them. Perhaps she was surprised at seeing her idol. David said with a smile. As they talked, Luna came over. Within a short time, the expression on Luna's face had become impenetrable, and she offered her hand to the person in front of her with a smile. Senior Adam, hello, I'm Luna. I'm honored to be able to work with you. Although they were the same age, Adam had started his career earlier and was her senior, so he should be treated with more respect. Hello. Adam smiled and gently gave her his hand. In the next second, he almost threw her hand away. This damn girl, she almost crushed his bones. It was an effort for Adam to maintain his cool expression, and he pretended to suddenly realize something. "Ah, Luna, it's you." "What? You know each other?" David was surprised, not just the director, now the rest of the film cast and crew had their eyes fixed on Adam. He smiled meaningfully. Naturally. Hearing his flirtatious tone and seeing everyone stare at her strangely, Luna was so angry that her hand started shaking. She almost couldn't control the primal urge to hit him. Noticing how her face paled with anger, Adam said slowly, "We worked together before on at the Bluebird. Why didn't Luna mention that?" David was surprised. Luna felt like she had just had a narrow escape. Her back was drenched in sweat. She answered humbly, "Director Hopper, I was just the martial arts stand-in for the first female lead. I never thought that Senior Adam would remember me." David was pleased to hear that. "Oh, who knew the two of you would share such a fate?" "That's good, since you've worked together before and you know each other, you shouldn't need too much time to get used to each other. Shall we directly try a more intense connection?" Luna, connection? More intense? No, director. They're not familiar with each other. Adam smiled joyfully. Okay. Seeing his evil little canines, Luna really wanted to pull them out with her bare hands.